It's a orange juice.
What's up everyone, this is Orange Juice. The log is a legendary spell that can only be cast on your side of the map. It has a 360-degree area of knockback. It can knock units forward, left, right, and backwards. Since it can knock back units in all directions, a great example of this would be to knock back the first set of guards forward while pushing the other guards sideways. This allows the tower to take them out faster and gives your opponent less time to support the guards. Since this spell isn't instantaneous, the duration that it remains rolling on the map is the area you're denying your opponent from planting counter units in this space. If you couldn't pull the giant in time, you can use the log and plant something in between. If you have an Inferno Tower to counter a Roll Giant and your Inferno Tower is locked onto him, you'll want to avoid logging him as it'll push him out of range. Instead, you'll want to deploy the log from the side to clip the Roll Giant from the edge and push him sideways, while still remaining within range of your Inferno Tower. The log's unique pushback mechanic allows you to use it in a variety of ways. To extend the duration of poison, it can push units back into poison. Using the same concept, it can push units into the giant skeleton's bomb. This applies with all the other spells. You can clump up barbarians to pull them closer to the back end units for a fireball. Similar concept with the pushback, it can actually push the miner backwards, delaying his deployment. This can come in handy when your opponent has a mega minion. It allows your tower to lock onto the support unit instead. It's a bit costly for 2 elixir, but it does help you cycle your cards for a better counter. Same situation, different example. If they use the ground and air unit, you can push the ground unit back. This now puts the air units in front and makes it easier to lock onto the air unit. This pushback also stuns units temporarily. Combined with the Prince, the mini P.E.K.K.A didn't get a chance to deal any damage. You can force units to do a lane change. This is especially powerful when you pair it with a building, and you want to pull a unit like a giant all the way into the other lane. You could do a crazy 4/4 plant and sideship the log. With an incoming giant, if you have the building to address the push, you can clip the giant with the edge of the log, push it to the side, then knock back all of the rear support units. If you're not sitting at full elixir, always wait until the princess is approaching the bridge. Once the princess is close, deploy the log. There are countless times where I've taken out fire spirits that were meant to protect the princess. A front of bridge princess is usually countered with goblins, spear goblins, or fire spirits. If you know they countered your princess the first time, the second time you get the princess to the front, you can use a prediction log. Wait until the lifetime of the tombstone is half. The log will crush that line of skeletons walking across the river, then destroy the tombstone and the skeletons that it spawns. If you're running a hog and they have a tombstone to counter, a prediction log can wipe out that tombstone entirely. You can use the ice golem to pull a P.E.K.K.A or prince, then log it back to the other side. It does a better job of taking care of the skeleton army and goblin barrel than a zap does. If they plant the miner in the gamble position, you can use the log to force a king's activation. If your pump is planted in the center and they send in a miner from the side, you can redirect the miner onto your arena tower to save your pump. If your opponent places a miner in this exact corner, it can force the miner to activate the king's tower. Fire spirits on the log can take out 3 musketeers. You have to use the tip of the log to make sure musketeers are all knocked in the same area. Then place fire spirits while they're stunned from the log's knockback. If you use the front of the log, it'll just split the musketeers forward, left, and right. Then the fire spirits won't splash all of them. This technique requires a bit of practice to pull off consistently. Friendly matches with a climate would be a good idea. If it's too hard to pull off, ice golem and fire spirits will be more reliable. We hope you can learn from this video and apply it in very creative ways. Big shout out to Apprentice from OJ for helping me with the log tech. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more quality OJ.